everyone, Stratus here, and welcome to the first ever episode of Let's Build a City in Minecraft on Xbox 1. This has been a long time in the making. I've been thinking about doing something like this for a very long time, and now we're finally here. I have got my map that I like the look of, so this is what we're going to be using. And in this episode, I'm basically just going to be taking you around the map and explaining my plans on what I wish to do with the map. So let's get started. Firstly, we'll just have a quick look at the map itself. So we'll do that now. Not really much to see at the moment, just green and blue pixels and a bit of yellow. So obviously we've got the main land on the south part. We've got the river running through the central part here. A bit more land in the middle, and you've got the desert part in the top right and some more land in the top left. So I'm going to fly around a bit and show you what the map looks like itself. It's actually a very well generated map, quite smooth lines. There's a lot of flat lands, and also the mountains that are in it do look quite good. I know that Minecraft can be good at generating mountains that look a bit stupid. A bit like ones over here, really jagged and bits floating around, and I'll probably be looking to knock these ones down, because what this southern part of the map is going to be is the urbanized area. What I'm on right now is where the main central hub of the city will be. This will be where all the skyscrapers will be going, all the high-rise blocks of flats and the financial district. Also, basically the whole bottom will be urbanized area. So yeah, this is be the skyscraper bit. Over here you'll probably get more of the hospitals, schools, things like that. And on the other side, where I started on the mountain, on the other side there, in the far corner, you'll probably be looking at something like a football stadium. And around here, you'll probably be looking at things like car dealerships and things like that. I'm going to try and include everything a real city would include. So it's gonna take a lot of work, and there's going to be a lot of episodes, and this series is going to go on for a long time. But slowly but surely, on a weekly basis, we'll keep chipping away, ticking off the list, and you know what? By the time will fly, and by the time we know it, we'll have a complete city. So yeah, the stadium will probably be going around here somewhere. We've got a nice bit of flatter land here, although there is water at the moment. It's not very hard to pave over that and get rid of that. So we'll basically ignore the water. This is a lot more bigger scale. I'm not just looking to build around all of the mountains. Some of them will be blown up and flattened. However, I would like to keep some of them. This is why I like to generate a pre-made world. Otherwise, I would just start on a flat world. However, the advantage of loading up a world like this is that you can dig as deep as you can, or not as deep as you want, but you can dig a lot deeper, about 70 to 80 blocks, which means we've got the options to do like underground subways, things like that. So this is the mountain I intend to keep in the middle of the city. I think that will look pretty cool. We'll have all of the buildings going all the way around, and this will be like like Rio de Janeiro. You've got the big mountain with the statue on the top. I think it'd be quite cool to have something similar. Have a nice big statue up here overlooking the whole city. So that may be something we'll do. So that's the main part of the city that I'm going to be doing. That will cover the whole southern part of the map. So that will be all urbanized. We then come to a river. Primarily this part, which is where most of the water is. I will want this, where the city is, to connect to over there, which will be more buildings. And obviously we know how we do that. We build a bridge. So we're going to have hopefully an impressive bridge connecting one part of the land to the other, all the way to over here. So that would be a cool thing to have. So that will bring us to this bit of land, which is in the central part of the map. All this will also be urbanized, built over. It will essentially be part of the city. So the city will expand over this river into the central part of the map. I will be able to show you this a little bit better later on. I'll show you how. But yeah, essentially whole bottom of the map urbanized, whole central part of the map urbanized, connected with hopefully a big impressive bridge. So that's that. We're also going to have a motorway, freeway, highway, whatever you want to call it, running across the middle part of the map. This is basically going to be part of the bridge as well, so that will be part of the highway or motorway, whatever you want to call it. Also, the advantage of this is that the land is relatively flat. There isn't much obstacles in the way, just a tiny bit there, which obviously won't take long, and then it's generally flat until we get to over here. But that actually, by the time I get over here, that's where the motorway will stop, which brings us up to around here. We've got some more water here. We'll probably have the motorway split off into smaller roads, which will connect the whole map together. I haven't thought that far ahead about which way the roads were going yet. I'm just breaking down the areas for you. We come over to the top left corner. This is again a relatively flat part of the map here, except from that part there. Nice and flat around here as well. All this will be residential areas, mainly like housing estates. Probably where more the wealthier, richer people who work in the city, who don't actually want to live in the city, will live. So you'll get some nice properties around here, and some nice modern properties, but also some nice cottage properties as well. 3-4 bedroom detached sort of houses all around here. We can also build some impressive houses on these slightly raised hills because they're quite flat. So they're quite a good blueprint to actually build mansions on. And also the same for over here, and also the same for over here. I think I've really got a good idea on how to build a really nice big mansion on this hill here, which will overlook the residential area. You may even catch a glimpse of the city in the background, which would be quite cool if we did. Before I continue explaining, I'm just going to bring the daylight back, as we always do. Hurry up, hurry up. Right, that's gone. Oh, now it's ruined. That's it, the blocks are ruined. Anyway, carrying on. We have got this part here. Again, there's a lot of water at the moment. I think I'll try. This is not going to be easy, but I'm going to try and not build over it, but actually restore the land back. So actually build the grass over it, because I want this to be more of the countryside. See, this is kind of countryside, but it's quite heavily built on with the residential area, whereas this part is going to be the countryside itself. Obviously you've got the mountainous ranges in the countryside, which would be quite cool. There's a lot of opportunity to build on these parts around here as well, because it's quite flat. And then we go over to the top left corner. This then becomes quite deserty and islandy, so it's like desert islands, which is pretty cool. I actually forgot to turn these villages off, so I need to flatten them, unfortunately. Sorry mate, but you're going to lose your house and your life. Haha. Anyway, moving on. We will finally come to this part here. It's half desert, half marshland, very flat, and I have plans to build an airport here. Should be quite easy, because we need a vast flat part of land to do the runway, and also build the terminal. So that is where this is going to go. And also, just when I finish the city, when I finish it, because I will, might be a year, might be 2 years, but whatever, when I finish it, we'll be going further afield. And this part looks amazing, I think, the islands in the sea. Basically, what I want this to be is like a military base. So, I don't know if anyone's played Battlefield before, but like Wake Island, it's kind of like that. It's like a militarized island. So it's easy to like cut off access to the island from the mainlands. So you could have like a small road coming into here with the main military bases on these islands that dot around here. So you've got 3 main islands here, 1, 2 and 3, with a nice bit of water in the middle and surroundings. It is connected over here as well, but it then becomes very easy to build things like gates here, because it cuts them off from the mainland. And it's the same over here as well. If I just fly over, try not get too confused, because I'm not actually in the map now. It's just out of it. But again, it's not actually connected. It's got rivers running through which create the islands. But again, this could be built on, although I'd be a pretty big military base if I built on that as well. But whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. But this is just the main plans. Once I actually get there, I could change my mind. But you always come up with ideas when actually building. It's easy to lay out a plan, but most of the creativity will come as I build along. That's how I work. It's always good to have a plan, of course, because it actually sets you on a road to actually building something rather than just building here and there and everywhere and then knocking it all down because you don't like where it is. But although I have a plan, I don't have a detailed plan because the details will come to life as I build it, basically. But anyway, as I come back to here where I said the residential houses will be, out the back here we get a semi sort of mountainous area with quite flat lands run in between, so it's like valleys. I would quite like a golf course to be built on this part here, running through the mountains, so it'd be a great scenery with the seaside at the side, and we could have like the golf course running round here on all different levels, because this is actually stepped land, so it can come round here, it could go up here, which would be quite cool, with pathways walking up to the mountain, and back down here, more flat bits. So yeah, that'd be quite cool. Obviously we've got the beach here. I'm not quite sure why it's snowy on the beach, but yeah. And again, that's out of the map. This is one thing I wish Minecraft did. Although the maps are big, and obviously the benefit with on Xbox One is that you can just keep flying and it will keep generating land, the map doesn't move with it. So you kind of lose where you are if you fly too far away. You can't even see which way you're facing. It just turns into a white circle. So I wish that the map moved or could zoom out. But that's not going to be a problem until we've built on this map, which again is going to take a long time. I'm sure if you followed anyone else, you'll know that it does take a long time, probably longer than anyone anticipates. But because I won't be getting much help. Some people manage to get a load of people with help, but I like to put all my ideas on paper and do it myself. Obviously, it's hard to explain to someone else how I want it, so I build it myself. Obviously, it takes a lot longer, but that's what makes it unique in a way. I'm just flying over now because, oh, look at this. Now, this was pre-generated. This wasn't me. But when I loaded the map, it already had blueprints for it. Did you see this? You see that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? No, I'm joking. I built that, obviously. This is kind of like a representation of what I've just explained. So if you open the map up, you've got the bottom part here, so where the urbanised area is, and you've got the main skyscrapers here, as I explained earlier. And then some of the smaller buildings, things like hospitals, maybe shopping malls. The list is endless, it could go on. There's the mountain with the amazing statue. As you can see, that will resemble the statue perfectly. Not. That's the football stadium, obviously. You can see it's obviously a football stadium. And yeah, so that's the bottom part. The golden bit is the bridge. I don't know why, but the Golden Gate Bridge just came to my mind, so I used golden blocks to represent that. So that's that. Obviously there's the river. It's not going to be that straight, of course, but it's quite hard to resemble what it's actually going to look like with such a blocky universe. And then we continue into some more urbanised area, mainly apartment buildings, things like that. So that will be that part, the central part of the map. There is the residential area, which I've got in brown, so that's the top left. And you've got the airport. Clearly that's a runway, and that's the terminal. And there's the military base that I explained with the islands and the golf course with a big fancy country clubhouse. And that will be the countryside. Here's the main highway, which will be running through the majority of the map, all the way to the bottom. Again, that could be an opportunity to expand backwards and expand the city once it's done. It could come out here, but that'll be something we can think about in the future. But that is pretty much it. I think that's pretty much the whole map covered. There's a little block there. There's actually an island. If you look on the left hand side of the map where the water is, most of the water, there's some land dotted in the middle of the sea. I just kind of wanted to build like a house on an island, which is only accessible from a boat sort of thing. I think that'd be quite cool, so I just put a block there to kind of remind myself that I want to actually build there. So yeah, I think that's about it really. I've covered the whole map, so there it is. I'll probably try and put the seed a number in the description of the video, so if you want to load this map, then you're more than welcome to, because it's just a normal generated map. But that's it, so thank you for watching. I'll be working on building the road first, so that'll be the next episode. I will start building it and then start recording, because you don't really want to watch me build a road, because that will take hours. But I'll basically show you what it will look like, and then I'll, stop the video and cut it, so you can kind of it's going to be, the series is going to be like a kind of tutorial, because I'll kind of show you how I build everything, but obviously I'm not going to let you watch the whole thing, because that'd be ridiculous. This is going to take a long time, like I said. The episodes will be probably once a week. It really depends, because I'm doing the FIFA series as well. It really depends on what one takes off better. If this is more popular, then I'll probably do this more. But if there's a balance, then I'll probably look to do 1 or 2 a week on this, because there'll be a lot of off-camera building, because otherwise it would get boring. I can show you the plans and the blueprints and how I do it, but you don't want to watch the whole thing, so it probably will be once a week. But I'll try and keep on top of it, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say now. So yeah, my name's Strutters. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you look forward to the next episode, and I will see you soon. Goodbye for now.